Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and I'm here again in my small kitchen. In case you haven't noticed, we live in a condo, so the kitchen or our kitchen is really small. But since I love to cook, I refuse to let the small space hinder my productivity as a home cook. So I always find ways and means or some kitchen appliance that could still help me make awesome meals for my family. One of the things that you can do to still remain creative in the kitchen is to invest in a good kitchen appliance. One of them is the Instant Pot. An Instant Pot is a multifunctional pressure cooker that can cook anything from roasts, chicken, to desserts, and in much lesser time compared to other kitchen appliances. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I make my Asian version of the famous pulled pork. I'm going to show you the steps, and along the way I'll show you the basics of operating the Instant Pot. So stay tuned until the end of the video for more information and tips. Tara, let's cook! Here's what you need. Pork shoulder. You can also use pork butt. Any of the two pork cuts will do. Garlic, onions, ginger, salt, black pepper, brown sugar, soy sauce, rice wine or rice vinegar, and chicken stock. Now let's start seasoning the pork shoulder. Let's rub it with the salt and pepper nicely and all around. Then set aside for 15 to 20 minutes. But if you don't have much time, you can definitely proceed. Now on to our Instant Pot. Let's start by searing our pork shoulders. So set to saute setting. We will sear for about 6 minutes. Of course, pour in some oil. Once heated, lay down the pork to sear, about 3 minutes per side. And then take them out and set aside. Now let's start sauteing our aromatics, the ginger, the onions, and some garlic. Continue to saute until they sweat and turn very fragrant. This time, pour in your other ingredients, beginning with the chicken stock so we can deglaze the bottom of the pot. And then add your brown sugar. Continue to deglaze the bottom. Otherwise, it will send you a burn notice. So yeah, make sure you lift up and melt all that caramelization that happened a while ago, and this also definitely adds to the flavor of the dish. Then add your rice wine. Then place the pork shoulders back inside the pot and close the lid. Before closing, make sure you got the silicone ring on, and then close tightly. Make sure also that you put the vent on the sealing position. Now let's cancel the saute button and let's start pressure cooking. Press pressure cook and set timer to 60 minutes or 1 hour. Now remember to keep the keep warm button on. It automatically records the time elapsed once your timer of, in this case, 1 hour or 60 minutes is done. Meaning the keep warm setting automatically counts the time that has passed after you have finished pressure cooking. So after 1 hour, as you can see, the timer has already recorded 13 minutes from the time our cooking finished. This is what we call the natural pressure release, and this allows the cooking to stop gradually. You don't want to open the valve quickly when the environment inside could still be on high pressure or high temperature. as you'll get all foam and all other ingredients shooting out through the valve. And remember, you also want to use natural release for large cuts of meat to let the meat relax and become more tender. Now, how long do we wait for the pressure to naturally release? This could take 15 to 30 minutes. The Instant Pot will automatically release steam gradually until the float valve drops down. So now after 15 minutes, I'm going to slowly open the venting valve, allowing for more steam to come out before finally opening the top lid. You can use a cloth or just anything to cover your hands, making sure you don't get burned from the steam. See, once the float valve drops down, it is already safe to open. On to the next step, we remove the meat and carefully pull them apart using 2 forks. Now I'm going to put them back into the pot and let it simmer for a few minutes. If you noticed, every time I press the saute button, the timer automatically appears to be at 6 minutes ever since we started filming this. Now that's because it saves the last setting you used for that specific button, but you can definitely adjust it, meaning add more time or lessen it or cancel it. Now dump them all in and let it simmer for 15 minutes more. At this time, you can already eat them, pair them with rice or bread or steamed Chinese buns. But there's one more step that I'd like to do. That is, I'm gonna pop these in for just a little more time into the broiler. I just want them a little toasted, just a little bit. So I'm transferring them now into this ceramic container. Then I'm gonna toast them in the broiler for about 5 to 8 minutes, and then I'm done. I'm going to plate now. So I have here a bowl of freshly cooked white rice, and then top it with a pulled pork and 1 fried egg. And finally, sprinkle it with some seaweed and sesame furikake. There you have it. Very easy. My Asian version of the famous pulled pork. Here's the list of ingredients. If you have questions about the recipe or the procedure or the basics in operating the Instant Pot, just comment down below. I'd be glad to answer. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you have more questions about the basics in operating the Instant Pot or about the recipe, just comment down below. I'd be glad to answer. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye! Hi again, guys. Before I go, I would just like to share with you that I'm going to launch a podcast very, very soon. So I hope that you also follow me and support me there. It's called Relatable, a Much Loved Mom Podcast. It's going to be different from the YouTube channel because here in my YouTube channel, we are focusing mainly on my cooking. In the podcast, it's going to be intimate conversation about the realities of life. I hope you follow me there. Please support me as you have been supporting me here in my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Love you guys.